Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So, what's up in Japan? There's a theory that popped up on the internet recently about Unknown being an Ultra Beast. And after reading it through a few times, I found it to be pretty convincing, so I thought I would share it with you guys. Theories are fun, but this one actually packs quite a bit of supporting evidence, and even if it's coincidental, it's still pretty amazing. So for those of you who are newer to this series, you may not have heard of or seen the Pokemon Unknown yet, which is originally from Generation 2. Unknown is a psychic Pokemon that has 28 differently shaped variants that are based on the Latin alphabet, including the question mark and the exclamation mark. Unknown is said to resemble ancient writing and hieroglyphs, and an unknown power emerges from unknowns when more than one of them come together. In the anime, it is capable of reading thoughts of other life forms, and great numbers of unknowns can actually distort reality to suit the dreams and wishes of whoever is in control of the unknown. Unknown is a Pokemon that lives in its own dimension and rarely does he venture outside. Now this is where the theory begins. For those of you who haven't watched the third Pokemon movie, or otherwise known as Spell of the Unknown, Entei, here's a quick refresher. But fair warning here, there might be spoilers to the movie ahead, so approach with caution. You have been warned. So the story goes something like this. Professor Hale, who is a resident of the town Greenfield, with his assistant Skylar, discovers a rune site and Hale is sucked into the dimension of the unknown. His disappearance causes his young daughter Molly to be alone, as her mother also disappeared a long time ago due to unknown reasons. Molly then finds a box that ends up summoning unknowns, and they start messing up reality. So the first clue that unknowns could possibly be an Ultra Beast is this. If you look at the picture here, this is pretty much the same way Ultra Beasts move about between dimensions. And look at this one when Molly summons the unknowns accidentally. If that's not a wormhole, I don't know what that is. Next up is the difference between when Hale touches the tiles versus when Molly touches them. When Hale touches the tile, a portal zapped open immediately and attracted unknowns similar to the way Fallers attract the attention of Ultra Beasts. Whoever has been in the Ultra Beast dimension is called a Faller, as going through the wormhole leaves them covered in its energy and attracts creatures from the other dimension. For this theory to work, Hale himself must have been a Faller. First of all, in the opening sequence, Hale mentioned that he's been researching unknowns ever since, and then he stops. I assume that he's either talking about the disappearance of his wife or that he's actually forgotten due to amnesia. Fallers are known to get amnesia of some sort, just like Annabelle has, once they've gone through the wormhole and to the other dimension. After Hale comes back from the portal, he wakes up completely unconscious of the event, which aligns perfectly with how Fallers get amnesia after going through the portal. Which again is why when he touched the tiles, the unknowns appeared immediately. And for Molly's case, some of that energy may have rubbed off of Molly, which is probably why it took a bit longer for the unknown tiles to react to her. So after all of that, you're probably thinking, this was Gen 2, made over 10 years ago. There's absolutely no way that they could have planned it this far. But what if Gen 7 took inspiration from this movie instead? And if we took a closer look at the book that Hale was reading to his daughter, that was supposed to be about unknowns, there's actually a few interesting pages. The first one is the picture with a sun looking over a field of flowers. The sun suspiciously has a mark on its forehead, similar to Solgaleo, which is a legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Sun. As mentioned in the movie by Hale, these are artists' imaginations, and not exact representations of whatever they're supposed to be. The next interesting page is this one. It looks like something spiky with a dark body. Kinda reminds you of Circuitry, doesn't it? Which is also another Ultra Beast from Sun and Moon. So to recap, here's why Unknown is most likely an Ultra Beast, or at least from the Ultra Beast world. Unknowns open wormholes to another dimension in the same way Ultra Beasts do. Those wormholes have the exact same effects on humans as demonstrated by the amnesia of Professor Hale, which leads us to believe he's a Faller like Annabelle. Unknowns are attracted to Professor Hale very much like Ultra Beasts are attracted to Annabelle, as they have both gone through the wormholes and have its energy laced onto them. And finally, the Gen 7 references to Solgaleo and Circuitry in the book about unknowns. And to cap it off as a fun fact, both Solgaleo and Lunala are names that directly combine Latin words together. And if you've been paying attention, unknowns are made out of the Latin alphabet. Okay, there are other Pokemon that have Latin name inspirations, but not that many that have direct combinations of Latin words. So there you have it. Unknown is probably and most likely an Ultra Beast. The link is in the description below to the original post if you guys want to check it out. What do you guys think of this theory? As usual, let us know in the comments below. Thumbs up the video if you liked it, and follow Tokyosaurus on social media for Japanese culture tweets and video updates. And for more about the latest things people are talking about in Japan, make sure to subscribe so you can get your daily fix of Japan right in your inbox. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.